Hello Jobbers! Welcome once again to my channel. This is Sir Job and welcome to Sir Job TV. Para sa lahat po ng mga new explorers tsaka newly discovered pa po sa aking channel, please don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell for you to be updated with my future videos. So para sa araw na ito, let us continue to discuss the world of values education. So nasimulan ko na po sa inyo, I think 2 videos na po ang aking na-upload sa aking YouTube channel, and this is the 3rd video in line with the discussion in this particular subject. So ladies and gentlemen, our topic for this morning is how George Homans and Kingsley Davis define values. Welcome to my video number 200. Good morning once again, Golden Choppers. So nabanggit ko na po sa inyo kanina na ang pag-uusapan natin ay nandito pa rin sa values education. In line pa rin ito sa ating diniscuss yesterday, which is the conceptual meaning of values education at the end of the day. So para sa video na ito, let us evaluate kung papaano nga ba define ni George Homans and Kingsley Davis ang konsepto ng values. Let us learn together. Likewise, Homans calls values the unconscious assumptions the members of any society make. Here, values refer to what which is considered desirable, which is thought worthy of being pursued, regardless of whether or not it is actually being pursued. Ano ibig sabihin nito? So highlight natin doon sa definition ni Homans, nakalagay dito, unconscious assumptions. Meaning to say, there are things that we interpreted out from the kind of values that we are living. Now, we have no definition. Unconsciously, we don't know how to explain either, pero we are following. Okay? So in order for us to explain that one, we have to understand that values is anchored to our culture. So with constant interaction, we developed certain practices. Okay? Meaning to say, because ang values kasi is a part or anchored talaga siya sa culture, so nadidevelop siya sa atin. As we go along also with interaction, values can also be developed within us. So something like that you have to understand. Not to evaluate, this is normal na nangyayari sa atin, not to evaluate if the actor did not want it or did not exert himself to attain that kind of values, for example. Okay? Without questioning, because you are part of the society, you should have to follow. In order for you to understand further, I will give you an example coming from the idea of Homans. Like for example, you are an avid fan of Catholic as a religion. Now, tinanong kita, why are you following Roman Catholicism, okay, as a religion to be followed? So something like that. So bakit mo sinusunod yan? Bakit yan ang religion mo? You have no answer. You have no accurate answer. That's one thing we have to define. Unconscious assumptions. Because usually, ang sagot ng isang tao, because this is the religion nung ipinanganak ako sa aming family, for example, something like that. So that is one of examples ng unconscious assumptions. Meaning to say, because yun ang nakita mo, because yun ang nakagisnan mo, you just simply followed. Nakalagay dito, not to evaluate if the actor did not want it or did not exert himself to attain. Okay? So basically, because part yun ng kanilang family, part yun ng sistema ng kanilang family, so therefore, sinunod din ng isang tao. Sinunod din niya ang religion na yan. So something like that we have to go with the definition of Homans in defining the concept of values. Considered desirable, for example, in your family. Because para sa inyong pamilya, yan ay correct, then you also follow that one because you are being part of that family. Now let us proceed to the idea of Kingsley Davis. So according to Kingsley Davis, the source of values lies chiefly on the sentiments, broad backgrounds of feelings which make something seem valuable. and others not valuable. Such feelings arise partly from internalized norms. Highlight natin yung idea pag i-define daw natin ang values, chiefly it's anchored on the idea of sentiments or broad backgrounds of feelings. Okay? Common ito sa mga Filipinos, no? Pag may mga inspirational videos, may mga stories na kung saan nasasaktan tayo on the kind of parang delivery ng isang show or the kind of situation ng isang family, for example, naaapektuhan tayo. This is how we are going to define values at the end of the day. In this sense, the end is the particular application of a sentiment or value to a given situation as perceived by the actor. Because at the end of the day, the value of a certain event can best manifested or best observed when it is already done. Nung nakita natin ang consequences doon sa desisyon ng isang tao, doon natin na-feel ang emotion. Nakuha niyo yun? Sometimes, pumunta tayo or we decided to go in this kind of life, but at the end of the day, nag-struggle. There's a consequences, okay? Na kung saan nagpahirap doon sa existence ng isang tao. Then after that one, pag nakita iyan ng isang tao, nafe-feel niya, there's an emotion na lumalabas sa kanya. Okay? I don't know with you, pero ako talagang every time nakakita ko ng video na inspirational, like for example, from the videos of Project Nightfall, Nas Daily, or even yung mga videos from KMGS na talagang nagtutumbok sa tunay na buhay ng isang tao. Or for example, mga documentary videos from Cara David. Yan ang pinapanood ko. And every time nakikita ko yung real life situation or real life struggle ng isang tao, I have to exert my emotion. Lumalabas ng kusa yung emotion ko on that kind of situation. Ito yung sinabi ni Kingsley Davis na if we are going to define values, kusa siyang lumalabas sa atin. Okay, by means of our sentiments, by means of our feelings, and by means of the kind of emotion that we could be able to exert in that kind of situation. Okay, values is attached to feeling and emotion of a certain social actor. We have this. Lahat tayo. It's not only for Filipinos or any particular nationality in the world. No. Everybody has this kind of feelings. That is why we also have values within ourselves. Sometimes, nakikita natin ang isang tao na parang wala na siyang konsepto ng values, but if we are going to analyze further, we could be able to understand na at least, okay, or still, he has something to offer when it comes to the concept of values at the end of the day. Kasi lahat ng tao in this world, we have emotions that we could be able to show and to share to other people as well. So that's how Kingsley Davis defined, no? According to him, naka-anchor po ang definition ng values on the kind of emotion or sentiments that a person, okay, should reflect or manifest in every situation na kung saan nai-encounter niya in his lifetime. So meaning to say, values are seen as growing from a person's experiences. Okay, highlight ha, growing from a person's experiences. I cannot define you and you cannot define me at the end of the day. Okay, if you are my student right now and then you are watching this video, I would like to emphasize na hindi kita kayang baguhin. I cannot change you right now kasi more than 20 na nga yung age mo, diba? You are living in this world more than 2 decades already. So, it depends upon what kind of experiences you had in the past na nag-mold sa'yo, na nag-define sa'yo, na nag-construct sa'yo as a person at the end of the day. So, I cannot change you right now. Okay? Same as you cannot also change me right now. But you can learn something from our experiences if we are going to showcase this one. Okay? If we are going to interact, we could be able to learn from each other. It is therefore expected that different experiences would give rise to different values. Okay? So that is why nagva-vary ang personality, nagva-vary ang behavior ng isang tao, nagva-vary ang expression ng isang tao. Kaya nga, it's really wrong to ask, bakit ka ganyan? Bakit ito ang personality mo? That's a very wrong question to be analyzed. Okay? Hindi po yan tamang itanong. And the thing is, kailangan you have to understand the different personality. Kaya nga, if you are a leader, kung ano ang perspective ng isang tao, you should have to understand. Find ways to see the positive side of that particular person. Kung ano man po ang kind of execution niya sa kanyang personality as you interact with each other. To continue, any person's values would be modified as his experiences accumulate change. Values are therefore not static, meaning to say, they change with the time. Not static ang values, nagbabago, there's a standard, pero nagbabago ang standard, nagbabago ang acceptance natin sa values, nagbabago ang appreciation natin sa values at the end of the day. Noon, 70s, 60s, ito yung changes, ito yung konsepto ninyo sa values, but now in the 21st century, may mga changes na po na hindi natin kayang gawin yung mga ginagawa ng mga 60s, ng mga 50s, ng mga 70s in fact, no? So something like that though we have to embrace kasi nakalagay dito, values is not static. It is a concept na nagbabago depende sa time or sa panahon kung saan ito nabibilang. Okay? So we have to understand that one. So meaning to say, values has no definite development. It depends upon the person kung saan siya na-expose. So something like that we have to understand. Values varies from one's exposure to the world. Okay? Kung saan ka na-locate, kung sino ang mga nakasalamuha mo, kung sino ang mga pamilya mo, or saan ka nabibilang na family, yan ang magiging development ng iyong personality. Yan ang magdi-develop sa character mo as a person. Okay? Values must be understood as how it is perceived. Highlight natin ha, must be understood as how it is perceived. Kung yan ang paniniwala niya, tingnan mo, i-understand mo siya. Okay? This is our goal as a person as we interact. Kaya lang, mahirap ito na journey. Ako sometimes na-challenge ako nito kasi I cannot sometimes understand the people na nai-encounter ko. But now, as I continue living in this world, I decided talaga to keep silence and to understand the noise of those people. Kasi noon, putak ako ng putak pag nakakarinig ako ng mga different negative things about me, automatically I responded. But today, no more. No? Ayaw kong mag-respond sa kanila. Bagkus, I have to think, ano ang pwede kong i-understand sa puntong sinabi niya, sa ideyang sinabi niya. Something like that. Kailangan natin ito. Okay? In this generation, in this time right now, it is very important na we have to understand with each other. Marami ang mga definition na ibinigay ng iba't ibang author, iba't ibang group of people na kung saan i-present ko sa inyo sa video na ito as how they also defined the concept of values at the end of the day. But bottom line sa video na ito, sa ating discussion ngayon, ang punto ko is we really have to understand the uniqueness of men in this world. We really have to understand the perception of people as how they are going to define values at the end of the day. Because we cannot change the world. We cannot achieve happiness in the world. We cannot achieve peace in the world if we keep on comparing ourselves from the rest of the people. Okay? So the good thing is, I will understand your existence as a person. Vice versa, you will also have to understand my existence as a person. Then, by that, we could be able to achieve harmony in this particular lifetime. So that will be all for this morning. I hope you learned something from this video and I hope that you will share this video to your friends and to anybody else that you think na ngailangan ng video na ito. Asahan niyo po that Your Job TV will continue to discuss more meaningful discussions, especially in the world of social sciences. Thank you once again for watching. Bye-bye!